Hello everybody, Defense here, and welcome back to Berryville Farm here in Stardew Expanded. We have a really good setup going. In the previous episode, we started on our barn, we gathered up all the resources for that, and Robin has started building it for us. And with that resource usage there, we have run out of a large amount of stuff. So what we're going to do today is I'm going to focus on a large amount of resource gathering, because I want to do a general farm infrastructure overhaul. I want to get a lot more machines going and just kind of get production up and going, because we got the farm drastically overhauled in the previous episode. So we're going to continue on with that run of things. So let's get on with it. I'm going to find our first resource and then we'll get going from there. I thought the first location to start for today's episode could be the mines. Reason being, one, obviously good amount of resources down here. Two, we need to get deeper. We are only down to, I think, floor 85. Yes, only floor 85. And there's a couple of reasons that we need to go deeper. One, we want to hit 120, get the key so we can go to the mines in the desert. Two, oh, hold on. There we go. Sorry, I was distracted. Two, we still need one singular piece of iridium. And there's a lot of different ways to get one singular piece of iridium. But from what I remember, the easiest is obviously the desert, and followed up by that is usually either a bit of items down here. You can get the different nodes that kind of look like a little spaceship, is the best way I can think to describe them. That's what I've always thought they were. And they have a chance of dropping iridium, and then you can also get them from fishing. And those are really the only ways I know to get it. Sometimes you can buy it from the cart lady, but we haven't seen the cart lady. So our real goal right now is just to get to the bottom of the mines, buy our way through to the desert so that we can get the desert unlocked. Let's grab that crab and kind of go from there. In the process, hopefully we'll run into a a piece of iridium before that so we can get the minecarts unlocked. That's our hold up right now. We literally just need one piece of iridium. I'm getting smoked right now. I thought I had pretty good stuff. I guess not. Let's get some food and health. But yeah, I'm going to grind these out. Obviously, this is a monster floor. This would be a great time to work towards some of our XP, but that is not our goal for the day. So let's get on with it. Oh, darn it. I killed it on the sand. But yeah, I'm going to get us a little farther in, and if anything cool happens along the way, I'll show you just what it is. That was probably one of the most uneventful days of mining I think I've ever had. We never really ran into anything. We did do pretty good though. We started on 85, got to 99, so we got 14 levels today. I cannot complain about that. I don't actually like my infrastructure down here. I set it up down here and I already don't like it. But we'll have to play around with it, see what I end up working with. But yeah, as I said, that was a very uneventful day of mining, and I did not really get as much done as I was hoping down there. We didn't get a lot of ores. We did get to see the new, clumps and nodes, which was kind of cool. But we're going to have to play around with it, see what we can get going with that stuff there. But I think tomorrow we're going to push for the wood and fiber, because I know I'm going to need those more than anything else. And coal. So I want to get a bunch of preserve jars. I want to get a bunch of stuff for the bee houses. I know I've got some maple syrup down at the farm right now. I've got to get one more worm bin because I'm not producing enough to fill my traps every night. So we're going to have to get those done. And then I want to start prepping to get some kegs going once we get to that point. And then obviously we should hopefully be getting the green rain day soon? Question mark? We'll have to see though. It can happen on multiple different days, which I did not know. I've only ever gotten it on the 17th, so I just assumed it always happened on the 17th. But it's something like the 14th, the 17th, the 23rd, and or something like that. I think there's 4 days that it can happen, and the 17th is the third to last day. Made a little bit of money overnight, which was nice. We got a little bit of XP. Got a little bit of harvesting to do. Is that really good? All of these are just going to get dumped right into our bins down here. So we'll be able to get them continuing. Okay, there we go. Daily chores done. It's about 11 o'clock in the morning. I am going to try and grind out all of the trees here first, and then we're going to move on. I honestly thought this was only going to take like 4 hours. Took a little bit longer. Just a little bit. But not terribly long. We still got it all done. We've just got... There's a bunch of little saplings. I'm going to leave them to grow through. I kind of want to clear everything out, though. That's not... I think it'd be beneficial. I should go get... Yeah, because we're not getting any straw out of this. Meh, we'll do it. I'm going to go clear that out. Okay, there we go. Large amount of it cleared out. I am going to leave... Obviously, I got that chunk in the top right corner. And I want to try and get all of the fibrous plants real quick. Just because that's my main goal for this area. There we go. And I think we can leave those. Let's actually... Ooh, actually, I'm cutting it a little closer than planned. Yeah, we should still make it. Go on, get inside. And sleep. Obviously, I don't think I sold anything tonight, but we did level up our farming. We have a loom, +1 watering can, +1 hoe, and a quality retaining soil recipe. Those are pretty useful. I think next level is when I get 8. That should be my kegs. So we'll be able to get that going, but we are very far from our next level. We need a lot more XP. So let's get some of these guys harvested. There's actually a large amount of forageables down the bottom here. 140. Alright, we're just going to throw these back down. No point wasting it. We've still got... These will take 7 days. Yeah, 26. So that'll be pretty good. And obviously, if we can get even close to that number of seeds next time, we'll be very much set for fall in relation to buying seeds, or mainly a push for the desert. Let's take a look at these. That's about 5 grand right here. Bam. Morning. What do we name you? Dudley? I'm going to put these down here for now. As I said, I'm not 100% happy with this setup, so we'll probably end up changing it. I just don't want to have to run down here to place all my stuff. It's personal preference. Bonk. So let's run on over. We're going to go check out what the traveling cart has. Let's see if there's anybody on the board. A topaz for George. That's actually a really easy quest. We'll do that as well. And we'll check on our little recycling facility. Speaking of recycling facility, let's get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We'll get 5 more of these going. Let's see what she's got today. Hot pepper woods. Yes, done. That's all I cared about. That is 100% all I cared about. Does George... Not George. Nope, I did miss that one. Willie wanted a tomato. And I forgot to get it for him. Fried calamari, spaghetti. Honestly, I don't even care. She can keep everything else. I'm going to grab that topaz back at house. Then we're going to go see George. Then I'm going to go to the community center. And tomorrow, we will have minecarts. I grabbed a couple other items we may be able to use in the meantime that we can drop off while we're there. We'll finish off our summer crops. Oh, actually, this one's way smaller than I remember. That's got a good amount of stuff in there. We're going to expand this next episode. So for now, let's just throw our 5 trash cans in there. Continue on. Let's go say hi to George. George, you in the house? Oh, no, he's outside. Okay, that makes it easy. It is George, correct? Deliver to George. George wants a topaz. For sticking under his pillow. There you go, George. Thank you for the ticket, bud. We'll go check it. I actually don't know where we are in the ticket line. Ooh, an orange tree. All right, we're going to start off down here. Get the more important one done. Bam. Bam. There we go. I'm so happy about that. It's weird, too, because we just talked about the only ways to get this. There's probably other ways. I know. So, chests for fishing, random chance in the mines. In the lower levels, you can get those fancy stones. We are the Junimos, keepers of the... Sorry, I did not finish reading. Run, little buddy, run! I'm gonna get in your way. Sorry. He's gonna go grab a star. transfer this in first. Bam, bam. There we go. Bundle complete. Ooh, quality sprinkler. Oh, he actually pauses when I go into there. Oh, that's kind of cool. Let's get that into here, and then we will have 5 corn by fall. That'll get us greenhouse sorted, and then it's just brewer's bundle, which we just need 3 items, and then fall crops, which we'll have once fall comes. We're double stacking here. You guys got it. Ooh, yeah. First room completed. Whee! First star. Do we get anything else to drop off? Just a Gunther item. I don't even know why I grabbed that. I wasn't planning on going over to see our boy Gunth. Alright, well, let's head back to the house. I have decided I am going to change up my little stuff here. I'm going to leave that just so they have use of it. But we're going to go and grab all of these items. Just because I don't want to have to run all the way down there to drop them off. I do like having it over here more. But having it up here won't be too bad. So I just went and chopped down all of the bushes and trees that were right here. We're going to put ourselves a little bit of a chest right there. I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then right next to it, we will put ourselves 1 and 2. And that way I can put some more behind it if I want. Bam, 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 bam. Those are all in. I'm much happier with that. We'll have to play around with this. Some of the bushes are going to come back just because I don't have everything in here. I'm probably going to put a couple of the machines over here. I may end up moving a majority of the operation over, but the jars and the kegs I think are going to get kind of big. So we may push for a shed sooner rather than later on those items. But unknown at the moment. We did get a good amount of wood in this episode so far. We'll do one more day. We're going to do day number 20 just because we've got, you know, a little bit of maple, a little bit of oak, a little bit of pine tar. We need way more maple to kind of get going with what I want to get going next. And we're going to need way more iron. We've only got 18 bars. That is definitely not going to be enough going forward. So we're going to have to play around with that, get that going. But yeah, we cleared out a good chunk of this down here. And I think before I go to bed, I am just going to run around, get a bunch of the little stuff, kind of clear everything out. Just down to the last couple of bits. So I will see you guys in the morning. Ah, Junimos, I forgot they were fixing these. Completely slipped my mind. Oh, it's going to make traveling around so much easier. It's mainly just the mines that are so far away. Fair little bit of money. I sold off all of our mayonnaise and our strawberry jelly, along with those seeds we sold. That's 9,500 bucks, which will be helpful because the dehydrator, we have to buy the recipe from Pierre, and it's 10,000 gold. It is very good to have, though. It is very efficient. It gets you a very, very nice amount of money. I want to double check weather report. Clear and sunny. Okay. Yeah, it should be the 23rd where we get that storm. I'm pretty sure that's what it is. I'm gathering data on the correlation between soil alkalinity and crop fructose levels. Long story short, I need a fresh melon from your farm. If you brought me one, I'd be very grateful. Alright, no problem, my dude. I am a man of science. I respect it. You know the thing I hate the most about these little loop floors, guys? Is this bottom section here. Because if I don't see anything, I can kind of just work through and pop a door, you know, a ladder at some point. But no, if I see these, I've got to come all the way to the bottom because I got to break them. Because it's got to be something good. And the annoying part is my inventory's full. I got to buy the next backpack upgrade already. It's annoying. It's dumb. There's a lot of good. There's 2 good things here. I shouldn't say a lot of good stuff. I am just going to get rid of these. And then, is there anything I can drop for? We'll get rid of the hardwood. And boom. There we go. Floor 100. What do we got? This should be Obsidian Edge. Oh, no, it's a star drop. I completely forgot about that. Why did I think that was at 120? There we go. Max energy increased. And it's 5 o'clock. So let's head upstairs so we can empty our inventory. Let's see. I think we can make it 5 more. Aside from that, it's been very uneventful, everybody. You know, as you can see from when we just came to this floor, there's not really much going on. It is very, very uneventful mining today. I feel there was a really good chance of us making it down to what was it, 105, 110? Whatever it was after I just made there. No, it was 110, because 107 was a monster floor, and there was a lot of them, and there was no way we were going to clear that floor with enough time to move down to 108, not to mention 109. So we're going to cut that short right there. Looking around, though, I think we did make a pretty good run of it. We did get a pretty fair amount of resources done this episode. We got 3,200 wood, just around there. We did make it, 105, so we made 20 more levels in the mines. And I got to show off the new mod. Oh, we also got our minecarts upgraded too. Well, repaired, I should say, not upgraded. But we got our minecarts repaired, which honestly is very good. I'm very happy with that. And honestly, I think that's going to be a good point to wrap it up for the day. So as always, I want to thank you for stopping in. I hope you did enjoy, and I hope you all have a nice night, day, morning, evening, whatever it is, or wherever you are. This is my defense. I hope to see you again soon. Peace.